Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Samsung Smart Range with the griddle top. I know you are watching this video because you face some issues with this one. I also face some issues because my oven is not working. So today I am going to show you how we can troubleshoot that and how to solve that problem. Welcome again. So in this oven, where my problem is when I want to bake anything and heat up the oven, let's say I set the temperature to 400 and start it, it says it is starting and preheating and I hear a sound of the fan, but I don't see any light in the oven. So I am experiencing this thing for some time. So when I searched in the internet, what I found was this can happen when the igniter is not working fine. So today let's see how we can verify it is the problem or not. In order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to off this one and then I'm going to pull this whole range outside. Otherwise we cannot work on. So let me clean up this thing and then I'll try to pull it out. It is better to wear gloves, otherwise you will get your hand hurt. When you are pulling it out, make sure the gas line is lengthy enough to pull it out. Now we are almost out. So I am going to turn this a little so I can access to the back of the panel. Okay, now I have access to the back of the panel, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the power and close the gas valve. So now I closed it. Now let's see how we can remove the internals. So first I'm going to take this out. And this thing is out. Now this is empty. Let me turn on. So we need to, there are two igniters in this one, so I'm going to check which I know in this one, because I checked previously the bottom igniter is not working. So let me remove this part. For that we need a screwdriver. So okay, now we need to figure it out which screwdriver type we need. So let's see. So we need a Phillips screwdriver to remove those two screws. So carefully remove those two screws. Now you need to securely store them somewhere, and it is better to make sure they are not getting lost. And then you can pull this panel out. So there's a little edge here, so you need to lift. There's a little edge here, so you need to lift it from the back and then pull it out, and then keep them safely outside. Then you will find this panel. So here we again see another two Phillips screws. So let's remove those two as well. Okay, now we remove those two, and then we can pull this panel as well. So here again we lift it from the back and then pull these two edges out and store them safely. Now you can see the igniter here, so we need to make sure it is the one giving the problem. So in order to do that, we have to remove the back panel. So let me go to the back and let me close this one first. Close the lid, and then we turn the range a bit so I have access to the back of the panel. And here we have again all the Phillips screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this panel and then get access to the back. So for that, there's one screw here. Again, make sure we have unplugged the range from the power so we don't have an electric shock. And then the second screw. Okay, let me get it. Okay, now what we have to do is lift it up. You can see there is an edge which is secured here. So once we lift it up, it should be able to remove it. So let me try to do that. Okay, here it goes. It comes out. Now this is the back of the range. So you can see there are two igniters, one in the bottom and one in the top. So we need to figure it out which igniter is not working. In order to do that, we have to use the multimeter. Let me get my multimeter and come. Okay, now I got the multimeter. So what I do is I am going to check the resistance by making it flip to the ohm level. So here it is total no conductions, and then when I make it, I'm making sure it is working fine. First you can see the 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this first. So this is the power line, it goes here. So if I can make sure it is working fine, in order to do that, let me unplug both of the things. You have a clip, you peel it out. So in this one, it has to have some kind of a conductivity, so not 100% resistance. So I'm going to put this one here and make sure it is, you can see the range, you can see the numbers, right? So you can see the range and it is having some conductivity, and the resistance is 0.090. But that means this particular igniter works fine. But when I do the same thing in the bottom one, let me move here down, and then check the conductivity here, the resistance, it is 1%. That means it is not moving at all. So the electricity is not going through this particular igniter. So now we know this is the defected one. That is how we know. So here we again, if we check, you can see conductivity is there, but here whatever we do, it is not conducting any current. So we need to remove this one and replace it. So that is how we troubleshoot the problem. Now, because I did the same steps before, I ordered the same part from Samsung parts, because I always go with original parts, and I'm going to replace it now. So in order to replace it now, first I need to remove this. So there's a plastic clip, so I have to remove that like this to keep it safe. And now I need to remove this panel from the back. Again, I am using Phillips screwdriver. Remove that. Okay. Again, here is a clip like in all the parts. So now I can push it inside. Now let's go to the front panel again. Okay. Okay. Now here it is the igniter. Okay, now we are inside the oven. So this is the igniter we need to replace. In order to do that, we have to remove this panel. So first I have to remove this screw and then pull out the tube for the gas. So let me remove it. Safely stored in this course, and then pull this out. You see, this is the gas panel. So for this one, there are another 2 screws. One here. And storing that one as well. And then I have this screw. Okay. Now we can pull this tube out. So you can see now the inner igniter also coming back out. So I need to push the back side from the back of the panel. Let me close this lid a little bit for a moment, and then we have to push this part inside. Okay, now you can see this is the igniter. So let me close this one and let's verify. So what I'm going to do is remove this igniter and see what's happening. Okay, here again 2 Phillips screws. Remove these 2 Phillips screws. Okay, now we got the parts out. Now, if you see here in this igniter, you can see there's a broken thing. The coil is broken, so it is not conducting electricity. That is why we had the problem. Right. So in order to order the part, this is, you can see the number. This is the part number DG94014418 is the part number we had to order. I ordered it from Sears because Samsung original parts was available in the Sears. So let me show you the original part. Okay, this is the Samsung original part. Again, you can verify DG94014418. So we could see any other options, replacements, but sometimes they did not come with this connector. I did not want to make any manual connections, so that is why I ordered this original part. Let me check the conductivity for this one with my multimeter. And then you can see it is conducting well. It is going 0.2, but the broken one, it is not conducting at all. So moving this out and then putting this back. done. Okay, second screw done. Make sure they are tight. Now we're going to put this back on. So for that, open this, and I need to make sure this plug comes out from the back. Okay, so I need to make sure this connector goes out from the back. Let me make sure it comes out. Let's close this one for a moment. And from the back, let's pull the cable out. Otherwise, we will not be able to connect it. Okay, now we are good from the back. So now we open the lid, and we have to safely put this thing inside here. And again, I need to make sure this goes to the bottom, and yeah, we are there. Okay, that one is good. Fine. And this one is all right. Okay, now I'm going to put this back. That this again. I'll put this particular nail first. Not the correct screw I have to put. Okay, that is tightened. Now we have another screw to fix this corner. This one. So I have aligned it and then tighten it. Now this tool is correctly secured Now we have to put this particular part in again. So it goes like this, and then we have to put the screw for that one. Okay, now the remaining panels. So this panel goes first. And then we have to tighten the screws for that panel. For that. Two screws. Okay. Now the final panel again. Put it first here, and then lay it down, and putting the two screws back in. Okay, that side done. Now let's access to the back panel and connect it again. So, okay. Now, let me connect this back again. And here we have to put our plastic piece back. Is let me try to get it from here. Okay, now it's connected. Now let's verify first. It's working fine. So I'm going to turn it on from here, plug it in, open the gas valve, and see whether it's turning on. Let's wait a little bit. You can see, now you see the flames. So we detected, and it was the problem of the igniter. Now we replace the parts and reignite. Before the panel gets hot, what I want to do is I want to turn it off first, and then I will replace my back panel and then put it back. So before replacing the back panel, I'm unplugging it on the wall. close the gas valve, so we don't need to be make sure everything is secured, and then so what I do is just flip it in. Make sure fit properly. Okay, that is secured. Now we put the two screws here. Oh, I forgot one part. There's a safety thing. Before it goes in, I need to put this particular part back. Okay. So it is making sure it is not touching these tubes, gas tubes. And then now we put the back panel on. This side down. Side is also good. Okay, both sides good. Now we put the screws back. Okay, now the last part. Okay, plug it in and open the gas valve, and then we safely put it back to the position where it was. So it's better to push it from the bottom. Okay, now we're good. So we put the parts back in. Now I feel the heat, and now I bake it again. Okay. You can see it is igniting now. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope it helped you a lot, and it will save some bucks for you. Bye. Have a great day.